Hey everyone, welcome back. And seems like Ripple draws cross appeal as SEC set to follow closing XRP case. Ripple says it's closing this chapter as both sides move to end appeals in running XRP lawsuit. This is big, and I had to make this at 5:11 a.m. I haven't slept yet because I think it's a pretty big news. I think a lot of people don't talk about it. I think, because it just came out 2 hours ago. But smash that like button because I'm making this news at like 5 a.m. But Ripple is dropping our cross appeal, and the SEC expected to drop their appeal. So Miles G said this 2 hours ago. As we're closing this chapter once and for all and focusing on what's most important, building the internet of value. The reason why XRP was so low is because of the lawsuits, guys. The lawsuits have completely wrecked XRP.
This video a thumbs up and you stick around. Up to date. XRP is moving.
That's why XRP went up. So Ripple is no longer appealing. So look at this. The headline, Ripple said, so let's take a look at this ChatGPT.
They have to pay. This is bullish for XRP. It's bullish for investors in Ripple and XRP. It's bullish for partnerships with Ripple and XRP. But look at this. The SEC may need to drop its appeal. But look at this. The SEC also may drop their appeal. So the SEC had been expected to appeal parts of the rulings where it had lost, mainly the core saying that
So yeah, when it lost the lawsuit, XRP said, the SEC said, yeah, we're gonna appeal again. We're gonna try again. We're gonna try to sue you again, or at least try to take to someone else the same case and tell, that this is a security. So this is what happened, but it might be coming in to the end, So on both sides, let's say this just goes over. I think they spent over $400 million on this. But the biggest problem is this took many years of both confidence, of so much drama, and in the end, the lawyers profited $400 million. No joke. I think it cost, unofficial numbers said it definitely is expensive. The lawyers are really expensive, and the longer it drags many years, it probably cost maybe XRP a bit less, a bit more, maybe in terms of potential how much it could spike. Imagine if they had no lawsuit, like XRP could be $5, $6, $7, but it might be in the future. So if both appeals are dropped, there won't be any further legal fight. So the XRP dropping it could be pretty good news. Plan a cross appeal. Possibly you challenge the institutional sales or securities part. So there was a part that, institutional sales are securities. They wanted to do that. So if they both drop the appeal and just say, SEC, let's do that with the new Trump administration, that would be pretty amazing.
Is that this XRP Ripple case versus the SEC is coming to an end. And if this is coming to an end, this is going to pave the way for the Ripple IPO, for massive adoption of institutions to XRP. This is absolutely critical for XRP. This is some other things that it means for XRP. Legal clarity in the US. XRP is not a security.
So this also, matters when you're doing exchanges. Imagine they having take off XRP off all the exchanges.
Adoption.
Because you're basically the crypto exchanges having, hey, why are you selling gold on the website? So imagine or the dollar for crypto. So stuff like that. That wouldn't work wise. And that's why they had to take it off. Binance had to take it off, and it's now after that back and all these exchanges. That was absolutely insane. So let it sink in. Seems like that's why a whale bought here. Seems like, as I said, there was a huge spike here. I think it was from the court filings. In my opinion, I think a whale made mistakes selling here. Some people even sold here, a few $100 million, but maybe they bought it at 5 cents. So actually, that's Ethereum. But the same scenario.
We also have the XRP ETF coming, guys. Yes, this could take place, but again.
So look at that. Just a few days before the court case, look at this pump. It definitely is different than Ethereum. It's still pumping in the same charts, but it definitely tells me something like there are some whales who sold here, and bought right before this news arrived. So guys, smash that like button if you haven't already. I'll keep you guys updated with more news. Peace, everyone.